My demonstration topic is difference between the small and the large intestine. Now before I explain about the difference between the small and the large intestine, I am giving some review about the various parts of the small intestine and its difference. Now first of all, this one is a duodenum. Now this is the jejunum and this is the ileum. Okay, now first, as you know, this is a duodenum. It is a retroperitoneal organ and it does not possess a mesentery. So many Brunner's gland are present in its submucosa. Now coming to the difference between the jejunum and the ileum. Now the jejunum, location of the jejunum, it is situated in the left and the upper part of the intestinal area, while this ileum, it is situated in the lower and the right part of the intestinal area. Now in this image you can see this is a jejunum and this one is a ileum. Now here you can see this jejunum, the wall of the jejunum, that is a thicker and more vascular compared to the wall of the ileum, which is a thin and the less vascular. Okay, now this is the lumen of the jejunum, which is a wider and often empty, while this is the lumen of the ileum, which is a narrower and often loaded. Okay, now these are the several mucosal fold, circular mucosal fold, which are known as a plica circularis, which are more in number and closely set in case of the jejunum, while in case of the ileum, these circular mucosal fold are less in number and sparsely set. Now in this image you can see this is the dissected portion of the small intestine, in which you can see the various mucosal fold. These are the plica circularis. Okay, now also you can see here this is the root of this is the mesentery. Now the mesentery having a fat, in case of the jejunum, the mesentery fat is present along the root of the mesentery, so you can visualize transmitted window in between the vasa recta, while in the ileum the fat is distributed throughout the breadth of the ileum, so you cannot see the translucent window in the ileum, okay, in between the vasa recta. Okay, now here you can see so what is the difference of the arterial supply of the jejunum and the ileum? Now in the jejunum, it is both the parts of the small intestine are supplied by the branches coming from the superior mesenteric artery. Now in case of the jejunum, there are the one or two arterial arcade are present. So what is first about what is arterial arcade? Arterial arcade are formed by the anastomosis of the branches coming from the superior mesenteric artery, from which numerous straight branches are arises. These are known as a vasa recta. So these are the vasa recta. Okay, now in the jejunum there are one and two arterial arcade are present, and the vasa recta are longer and less in number in the jejunum. Okay, now in case of the ileum, there are the 3 to 6 arterial arcade are present, and the vasa recta are shorter and more in number in the ileum. Now these vasa recta supply the gut, small intestine, in an alternate manner. Now in this image you can see this is a portion of the jejunum and this is the portion of the ileum. So it is, in case of the jejunum, it is supplied by the 1 and 2 arterial arcade, and the vasa recta are more longer, while in the ileum arterial arcade are 3 to 6 in number and the vasa recta are more in number and the shorter in length. Now here you can see this is the portion of the jejunum, in which you can see the thick wall of the jejunum, and the plica circularis are more in number and closely set, while in the ileum the wall is thin and the plica circularis are also less in number and widely spread. Okay, now here one more thing is a Peyer's patches. So what is Peyer's patches? Peyer's patches, it is a collection of the solitary lymphoid follicles, and it is formed by the aggregation of lymphocytes and the plasma cells. Now Peyer's patches are absent in the jejunum, while it is more in number in the ileum, and over the Peyer's patches villi are absent. Okay, Now here in this image you can see these are the villi. Okay, so villi are more longer, more in number, and it is a leaf life in the jejunum, while villi are less in number, shorter in length in a ileum. Okay, so here I am showing you the histological difference of the slide of the duodenum, jejunum and the ileum. Now here you can see this is the slide of the duodenum, in which you can see the Brunner's glands are present in its submucosa. Now in the jejunum the villi are more in number, more longer, and it is a leaf-like, while in the ileum you can see the villi are shorter in length, finger-like, but there is a Peyer's patches are present in case of the ileum. Now coming to the difference between the small intestine and the large intestine. Now as you know, the here in this dissected portion of the intestine, you can see this is the portion of the large intestine, and this one is a small intestine. Okay, so the small intestine length is about 6 meter, while the large intestine, which is about 1.6 meter in length. Okay, now the small intestine, as you know, the small intestine, which is a more mobile compared to the large intestine. Large intestine is less mobile, and most of the part it is a fixed part. Now small intestine, distensibility of small intestine is less compared to the distensibility of the large intestine. Okay, now Peyer's patches are also present in the small intestine, while it is absent in the large intestine. Villi are also present in the small intestine, but it is absent in the large intestine. Now coming to the most important three features of the large intestine. Now here you can see these are the tinea coli, then the hostration, and this appendices epiploiky. Okay. Now first of all about this is a tinea coli. So what is tinea coli? Now these three things are only present in the large intestine, but it is absent in the small intestine. Okay, now first of all you can see here the tinea coli. So tinea coli, it is a 3 thickened ribbon like band which is produced by the longitudinal muscle coat of the colon. Now the length of this tinea is shorter compared to the circular muscle coat of the colon that produce a hostration and the sacculation in the colon. Okay, so here you can see this is a tinea coli and this is a hostration. Okay, now third thing is this appendices epiploiky. So appendices epiploiky, it is a thin peritoneal pouches which is filled with a fat, and these appendices epiploiky are present in the transverse colon and the sigmoid colon, but it is absent in the cecum, appendix and the rectum. Small intestine is more vulnerable to typhoid and the tuberculosis, and more chances of diarrhea and the dysentery due to the infection, while in the large intestine there is more chances of development of the carcinoma and the dysentery. Okay, so this is all about the difference between the small intestine and the large intestine. Thank you.